days. Let's join in. Let's talk about life, faith, and beauty, and so much more. So let's empower each other and be informative. Yeah. So get inspired and have real truth. Queen conversation. Let's have queen, yeah, conversation.
Hey. Welcome back to Queen Conversations. I'm your host, Daquana Farrow. So glad you joined us again. Listen, for the month of October, I'm getting up close and personal with y'all, okay? Usually the show is about, somebody doing something professional and, they're doing amazing things. We're talking about that. But I'm going to get some personal people from my personal life to share some personal things. I want y'all to get to know the host a little bit better. So I'm so excited about the guest today, like one of my favorite human beings on the planet, okay? She is a creative director. She's a choreographer. She is a youth development leader. She is the founder of an amazing arts camp. I'll let her tell you more about that. She is somebody that I've known for quite some time. Would love for you to welcome to Queen Conversations my bestie in the whole world, Wendy Elle. Welcome to Queen Conversations.
Hey everybody! I was jamming to that intro song.
Hey. Wendy, so glad to have you on Queen Conversations finally.
I'm kind of mad because your video is frozen.
Is it? Okay, I'm here.
Okay, well, if you can see me, then I'm just going to continue on.
I can see you and I can hear you. We good?
All right.
So, Wendy, we start the show every time with a this or that.
I know. I watch some.
Okay, great. Then I got to give it to you like this. And I didn't make it easy for you either, okay? So, Ulta.
Wait, see? What? Say it again.
Sephora or Ulta?
I'm going with Ulta because that's our
honestly,
store.
Ulta's my favorite too.
I know.
Okay. Janet, better dancer, Janet Jackson or Michael Jackson?
Ooh, who watching this? I'm gonna have to say my girl Janet. Janet be killing it. So I'm gonna go with Janet.
Janet or Michael?
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Ooh, somebody's gonna be mad at you for that.
I know, right? But that's my girl. Like, she has one of my favorite world tours. Like, yeah, that's the girl.
Yes. Tea or coffee?
Come on now. You should have said that in my bio. Coffee. Everybody knows coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. Like, it's a real problem. I need to go. It's an issue, but it's coffee every time. I don't even like tea like that.
Okay. Staycation or vacation?
I'm gonna have to go with vacation. I like to get away. I want to get away.
I want to see something, do something.
I need to see something. I need to be somewhere. I want to be where people want to know your name.
She's having a moment, peeps. Okay, and then I know the unfortunate answer to this question, but I gotta let my audience know.
I know. Team Android.
It's a shame, y'all. It is a shame.
How's that a shame? We're gonna talk about that after this video.
I don't even know how our friendship made it this far. This show, y'all, is about friendship. And I don't know how we made it this far being on two opposite sides of the situation, but somehow we made it.
I don't care if iPhone is the last phone on earth, baby.
You're gonna use it. Don't play. You are going to use it.
It's petty at this point. And I don't care.
You're gonna use it. All right, y'all. So I gotta let you know that Wendy and I have actually been friends for a whole 25 years. Dang. Like literally, I did the math, Wendy, and it's been 25 years. I know we're only 25. We look 25, yes, but it's been 25 years. Okay,
since birth.
You got it's basically since birth, right? We came out, our mom's on the same, ward and everything. So no, but we gotta tell you the story of how we became friends, right? Because I always say we're very much alike, but we are also very different.
Very
right?
different.
Very different. Okay. So I was a girl from the hood, right? I grew up in the city in Dayton. And somehow, some way, circumstances. One day I have to tell y'all my story. Y'all don't even know some of the stuff that I've been through. But anyway, I ended up living with a family to go to the school to be a part of the school district that Wendy grew up in, right?
Wayne High
So
School.
we went to high school in Huber Heights together at a school called Wayne.
Yes.
Right. Freshman year, I met Wendy, first period chemistry class.
Yes.
If you know me, you know I am a nerd. You hear me? I'm sitting in the front of the class. I'm taking notes. I want to know it all. Right.
Yeah.
Then I meet this nice little friendly girl that comes, hey, saying hi to everybody, just bubbly. And I'm like, who is this girl? Somehow, some way, we got connected, have been connected, have never really been disconnected for all of these 25 years. Really, what I think it was is she asked for help with our homework.
That's what I just said. Can you hear me?
And I can hear you now. And
okay, I literally just said that. I said, somehow, some way, honey, I needed help with my homework. You know what you were doing. I didn't. It's chemistry. I'm in ninth grade.
It was natural pairing.
The chart. I don't know. A, B, what? I don't get the letters and the numbers.
Periodic table.
But you helped me. So thank you.
You are so welcome.
I'm forever indebted. I am.
For chemistry homework. We got it. Okay. So again, Wendy and I are alike. We have some really similar ideas about life and love and everything. But we are different. But today's show really is about I'm laughing right now. Today's show really is about friendship. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So Wendy, I want to hop into I got this from XO Nicole. Like, you like her blog. Sometimes you read it.
Yes.
And the topic of the blog was friendship and some myths associated with friendship. So I wanted to talk through them with my bestest friend. Okay.
I just want to say I'm so blessed to be here. And also, if you haven't, I definitely have my Queen Conversations cup. But I will be sipping on this throughout the duration of this call.
Enjoy. I don't even want to know what's in the cup.
I know you emailed me, but like classic chemistry, Wendy. I didn't read it. I kind of just.
It's okay.
Right. So we're just gonna go with the flow.
I like impromptu off the cuff with you. It
works. We're just gonna go with the flow, y'all.
That's it. So the number one myth regarding friendship is that there is a clear and firm definition of friendship for everybody. Generally speaking, a very vague definition of friendship is a mutual affectionate bond. Very vague, out the box, can definition. But is there a clear and firm definition for everybody? And I'm going to go on a limb and say no. Wendy, what do you think?
I definitely, look, I'm talking in the mic. I definitely agree. No, it is not a clear-cut definition for everyone.
Right. So what I've come to learn is that there's different types of friends right? And I know people say churchy stuff like some people come into your life for a reason. Some people come into your life for a season. Some people come for a lifetime, right?
Yes.
Now, aside from all of that, I just think you have different types of friendships with people, right?
Facts.
Some are very surface, hey girl, hey, we can go shopping and have a meal together. Some are, if I'm going through something, I'm calling you and I'm a cry and I'm a boohoo and we're going to have it out. And, you meet people in different places for different stuff. So I don't think there is clear-cut definition of friendship either. So Wendy, this is a real big one right here. Now, Wendy used to host her own podcast called
The Same Difference Podcast.
Wendy, I'm waiting on you.
The Same Difference Podcast. Can you hear me?
You with me, Wen?
Yes.
Same podcast where they used to talk about a lot of relationship, friendship related questions. So, Wendy, the number 2 myth is that men and women can never be just friends.
Can you hear me and see me good?
I can. You're beautiful.
Thank
and you sound great.
Because I'm talking and I answered the question because I don't want no one to think I'm throwing shade, but I definitely had a podcast with Delos Factor from Kansas City, Missouri called the Same Difference Podcast.
Whoop, whoop.
I think we did it for about 2 years. And yes, that is definitely a myth. I have a few male friends where it's just simply platonic male friendship. Matter of fact, we both went through our single stage together. We went through our marriage together. And even with the unfortunate events of divorce, we still remained friends. So that's definitely one of my closest. Well, it used to be one of my closest guy friends, but anyway, that's another story. But I definitely have a few guy friends where they're strictly just male friends.
Yeah, and I'm also agree with that. I definitely have. But this is the question though: do any of them like you that you know?
No, I wouldn't be saying that it's just friends. I know people who definitely have some ulterior motives. Okay, and I wouldn't consider them a friend. You like that? So yeah, I'm definitely the ones that I'm thinking of, and especially the one that I referred to is definitely strictly platonic. It was never anything. It was never going to be anything. We're just strictly friends. So when I say friends, I mean friends across the board. There was nothing before, nothing after, nothing in between.
That's good. So I would say yes to one of my other best friends. I don't have that many best friends. I got a guy best friend and a girl best friend. Definitely just friends, like super close with his wife and super close with his children and all of that. No, still shady, but there's just absolutely no boundaries crossed. It is strictly friendship, because people will say like, I'm close to their such and such and I'm close to their, and still be shady on the side. Like, no, just friends.
Yeah, I definitely feel like, especially when you involve relationships like marriage or even, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, whatever, that your best friend, if they're the opposite sex, they need to have a relationship with your significant
with your spouse. They have to.
Like, it ain't no other, like you telling them, but you ain't telling them.
No alternative. They have to.
It has to be some type of relationship standard there.
That's a great point, Wendy.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's just gonna be chaos at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, because what you're not gonna do if you my man, it's not about I'm about to go out to eat with Susie Sue and you about to tell her our business and you ain't telling me. Like, no, I should be your best friend gonna one, but you can have other friends, it's fine.
I agree 1,000, 100, 1,000, a billion, jillion, like kids say, percent, period.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yeah. And I also, on that note, Wendy, this is not a part of the little myth here, but I also believe that if you're best friends with somebody, it is very helpful for you to be able to get along with their partner as well.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I totally agree. Because we kind of ran into a few bumps because of that.
It's very few. I would only say one. Otherwise, I've been.
We ran into a few bumps.
A few.
We ran into a few bumps.
Okay.
But hey, the thing is, and I don't know if we're going to touch on this later because I did not do my homework. However, if your best friend is doing something that you may not agree with, the support needs to
hold that thought, because that's coming up. Don't be trying to jump the gun.
I'm sorry.
Okay. But I think it's helpful. Anyway, number 3. Myth number 3. Everyone should have a best friend.
Whew, yes. Oh my gosh, that's a myth?
They said it's a myth.
I disagree with that.
Okay. Tell me why.
I think everyone needs to have someone that they can be totally vulnerable with, that they experience life with, the ups, the downs, the in-betweens. Like even with us, with our 25 years, I was really thinking about that. Like, number one, we were like in high school. We didn't know anything. We were kids. We experienced death with one another, marriage and divorce with one another. And we celebrated a lot of things as well. And we were there every step of the way. So I just couldn't imagine someone not having that go-to person, someone that you can absolutely trust with anything, without fear of judgment. So I believe to order to live a healthy life, you definitely need a best friend.
I agree too, Wendy. I mean, and maybe we're partial because we've always had a best friend. But like I said, there's different types of friends, and I'm friends with a lot of people, but I'm also a very private person. And so there are things that I would be willing to share with you that I would not be willing to share with just a friend. Right. So I think it's necessary. I think it's very necessary. And if you don't have one, you're missing out. Go get your best friend.
And I will go as far to say, if you don't and you believe that you don't need one, it may be something wrong with you.
Maybe. Because a part of that is being able to be vulnerable, allowing somebody to be close enough to you to consider them that close of a friend.
Right. And sometimes when you've been hurt or let
that's
down,
not easy.
You feel like, hey, I don't need friends. Yes, you do, honey.
You do. No man's an island. No woman's an island.
Right. Listen.
All right, Wendy.
Isolation is the devil.
Number four. Friendships are a key source of happiness. Friendships are a key source of happiness.
I'm just because I'm looking at that word key source. Key. Now, Jesus is the key.
Jesus is the key.
Ultimate source. Lord. Okay. No,
but go ahead, answer. You answer because I got my answer.
Okay. Because again, y'all, I'm just going off top of the dome. I will say I will disagree with the. Wait, no, it is. You just said it is the key source. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Yeah.
Friends.
And I'm in agreement with you, Wendy, on this. Now, I don't know why they say that, and I can understand an unhealthy reliance on friendships to the degree that you think they are your source. But if you have a healthy view of friendship I want my friendships to be happy, honey, because if it comes with drama, I don't want it.
I can't.
I don't need it.
Tell.
I don't.
I had a friend though. I had a friend who it was a lot of drama with this particular individual, and I was like, no, I don't need to be your friend anymore. Like, why am I arguing with you? I got to go home and argue with my spouse. I don't want to argue with you.
Baby, I don't sleep with you. We should not be arguing.
Now, that's not to say you're not going to have disagreements, because I definitely have my sister friends. And even me and you, we've had some things that's like, I don't like this. But that didn't determine if we were going to be friends anymore. However, you should know the difference between a healthy disagreement and an unhealthy one. And this particular woman was toxic. Not only men are not the only ones that can be toxic.
That's a myth that we need to dispel.
Queen Come on,
we'll drink to that. Queen conversation.
Let me slow down.
I think friendships are so valuable. Like, sisterhood is so valuable. Like, I really, really, really detest when women are like, I only hang with dudes. Like, I only get along with dudes. Yeah. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that.
There's really something wrong with that. That's why I said earlier, like, it's not the women that you're encountering. It's you. Like, who are you attracting? Why do you feel more comfortable talking about your life with just men? Again, we're not
that don't have that experience. They don't share that experience with you.
Right. And I'll tell you right now, when I think of all the friends that I've had and the experience I've had with women, there have been more good than bad. And absolutely the life, honey, me just living life. I'm almost 40 out here in these streets. I've got a lot of healing through conversations with women.
With women, yes.
And I don't think I would have got that if I just had male friends.
That's the truth. That's the truth. That is the truth all day. All day. Wendy, this is where we're gonna have this conversation. The right friends will back what you do no matter what.
No matter what. So you added extra words.
I'm not asking. If you go and reference your homework sheet, This is verbatim.
Okay.
I'm not adding to. I'm not taking away.
taking
I'm
away
a
from the
preacher. I
text.
stick to the text.
You stick to the text.
I added what was there.
Okay. Can you repeat the question, please, for me, ma'am?
And I like I said, I'm a preacher. I don't add or take away from the text. This
Okay.
is what she said. You reference your homework. The right friends will back what you do no matter what. That's what she said. And that's a myth. So you tell me if that's
Well, this is
actual
what it
factual
said.
or you think that's
Wow. Okay, hold on. Lord, give me the right words. Okay.
Do you want me to give my answer first so you can have time to think?
Well, I was going to say there's a difference between backing and supporting from afar.
Okay.
So
you gonna wordsmith it how you want to wordsmith it, huh?
Yeah. Just because you do things that I definitely do not agree. It's actually like no, like you should not be doing this. Okay. It should not determine if I'm still going to be your friend or not.
That's true.
So that's where I'm saying like supporting from afar. Like, hey, people that know me, I'm going to voice my opinion if I agree or disagree, even if you ask for it. Maybe sometimes when you don't ask,
unsolicited
you don't
too,
ask,
yes.
I may still give you my opinion on it because I care. However, I can't make you do anything, right? I can't control you. So therefore, even with friends, and that's the hard part, Daquana, because like with close friends and close family members, you see them going down this path or making different decisions, and you kind of want to help them change.
You want to be like, stop.
Don't do it. I did that before. Don't do that.
Right.
Because it hurts you. If it hurts them, it hurts you. When they're happy, you're happy. When they're sad, they're sad. You know, and sometimes people don't understand the what am I trying to say here? Preacher, help me. The effects that it has is not sometimes it's not just you. Sometimes it affects me as well because I'm going through this with you, right? But I can't make you do anything. And I heard this one time at a conference, like I can't take away your testimony, what God is doing to you. So all I can do is do my part, honey. I'm gonna plant my seed. I'm gonna let you know, baby girl. And you know it's coming from a good place because I'm your best friend. I love you. Or if you're my family member or any of my friends, but then I gotta take my hands off of it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. I agree. I definitely believe that you can support a person without supporting their decision. You know, and it becomes challenging because it's hard to separate the two at times. And especially as women, because we don't compartmentalize very well for the most part, you know, but we've got to learn to separate in some regards people from their decisions as it pertains to things that don't directly impact you, right? Like at the end of the day, you know, I would love for certain dynamics to exist between our relationship and the relationship with people we have and our family and all these things. Would love that, but that's not always a reality. But I'm not willing to throw the friendship away because of this part of this connection. But where it sometimes create wedges is if you all do life together so much. Like, so we do life together a lot, right? We travel, we do, you know, support each other. I go preach, you come, you got a show, I'm coming out, you know, we're supportive like that. And so it becomes problematic if there are attachments that then, you know, cause divide. But again, at the end of the day, you can support your friend without necessarily agreeing. And I think we just live in a culture where people, if you don't agree with them, then you're a hater or you're hating. You don't like it. You know what I mean?
That's definitely not the case. I'm going to ask you a question now. I know this is your show. However,
you are welcome to ask me questions.
What does that look like for people that need practical, that may be really struggling? Because it's a big deal. Like literally, I've made immature decisions. I have broken up with friends because they did something I didn't like. Or I didn't agree with. I'm just like,
I think that's because you're extremely passionate about things, right?
Yeah.
And then also, as you get more mature, you realize like, that's they bad, right? I'm gonna have to hear about it, right? Because they're gonna come to me crying and complaining when it don't go the way they want it to go. But I'm gonna still be a friend, right?
So
What
how,
that looks
how do you
like
support?
practically.
Yeah. How do you
What that
support?
looks like practically is, listen, I don't necessarily care about that. And I've said this to you, you said it to me. Like, I don't necessarily care about so and so. And it ain't necessarily got to be a romantic relationship. There's been friends of yours that I'm like, I really don't care about so and so. But if you like them, okay, girl, just watch your back.
Okay,
and don't
girl.
let me have to pull up, okay? So no, it looks like I'm gonna let you have your friend time over there or your relationship time over there, and we'll have our time. And we may breeze over it, but we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on it because then we're gonna be arguing back and forth about stuff that really don't matter at the end of the day.
And it's very difficult to share information with someone that you know they don't care.
They ain't fooling.
Woo, some people don't know
You
how
be
to
like,
play
I
it
know
off.
you don't care about so and so, but facts.
Right.
No, but
Right.
you can support your friends. Support doesn't mean I agree with everything you do or how you do or what you do. But at the end of the day, like you said, you gotta weigh your friendship, right? Do it a lot. You go through a lot. And then, the value of that person in your life versus not in your life it doesn't justify breaking up with a friend if it's true friendship.
Right. And that's how I feel. Like, just because it's a little disagreement or even an argument, maybe, or maybe some type of offense, it should not threaten the relationship.
But when it's real, it doesn't. When it's real, it doesn't.
Pause right there.
So, go on and snap it up, clap it up. So, Wendy, number 6, and number 6 is actually the final.
Oh, I was gonna ask how many it is.
Oh, there were just 6.
Okay. Oh, I kind of like this.
This is fun. We're gonna do it again. There's gonna be a part 2, trust. Okay. So number 6 says true friendships are forever. Is that a myth? Yay or nay? Now you want to answer first, or you want me to answer first?
No, it's not a wait. Yeah, no, it's not a myth. Sorry, I don't know if I'm dyslexic today or what. No, I don't think it's a myth at all. I definitely feel like what is true and what is real, just as you stated previously, will last.
Will last, right?
Yeah.
I think there are some true friendships that I've had in my life that didn't last forever.
Really?
Yeah, I think there are. There's probably some true friendships you have in your life that didn't last forever. You were friends with some people in high school.
And the friend that I have from high school outside of you, I still have.
Okay. I don't think friendships always last forever. I think there's different seasons in people's lives.
Here you go.
Huh?
I said, here you go.
No, I am. I'm going to say it because I think there are, like, I've had like friends from like different places and spaces in my life. And life takes advantage. I mean, life takes its toll, They go their direction, relationships happen, kids happen, all kinds of dynamics change people's ability to be a friend to you, even if you intend on being very consistent with them,
I know, and I've been in this trap before, and that's where I guess, look, the last and final myth, we're going to have to agree to disagree, because I really feel like come hell or high water, come marriage, come kids, come moving, because we are a prime example. We don't have to talk every day. We may not even be friends on Facebook, but you're still my friend, and vice versa. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, to the extent that, that's our experience, but I understand why some friendships just aren't forever, some people don't have the capacity to be a good friend. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Hold on, I'm gonna get another sip because I've been truly hurt by some people I thought was my friend.
And how so? How so, Wendy? Not you ain't got to go to the details of it, but when you said I've been hurt by somebody that I thought was my friend.
Hold on, let me get some tissue.
Get your tissue. Do what you gotta do.
No, it's been a few friends. And that's the thing though, Daquan, because I am friendly. However, I did have a lot of surface friendships with people, but I'm talking about the ones who I let in. And it's very rare that I had that experience, but I've had it about 2 or 3 times where I really felt like, oh, this is going to be a lifelong friend. We're doing life together. Like we sharing life. And they're not here today. And that's really hurt. It was really hurtful. It was really hurtful.
So how did you deal, Wendy? Like, so are those people just, they like no more, like don't call me, don't text me, you block like forever? Like, how does one deal with that kind of?
All the above, but you know what? Somebody told me, actually, and she's not my friend anymore, but she just said what you said, like maybe they didn't have the capacity to be your friend.
Some people don't.
Like you need them. And that resonated and that clicked. And I'm like, maybe they didn't, but they faked it. If anyone deserves and the award goes to because I thought
with your face. Listen.
With your face.
But I've learned that, like, I have been an amazing friend that have never been to people that have never been a friend to me. Like, never.
Dang,
they've been around, they've been associated, but they really have never been a friend. Never.
So is that what we're called to do?
They're there for the fishes and loaves. That's what they're there for.
Dang, are we supposed to be friends with people that aren't friendly?
We're supposed to be friendly.
Is that the same thing like showing love?
It has to be to an extent. We don't have to be friends with everybody. But to an extent, we got to love them all.
Hey, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief.
That part right there.
That part.
Put the word on them.
Man.
So, what are some of the biggest challenges you faced in friendship?
The biggest challenges
that you faced in friendship.
I mean,
it could be ours. It could be just in general.
Well, no, those are two different questions.
But I know, but I'm just saying.
But
whatever way you want to go.
I guess what I just said, what we just explained, some of those friends where it's like, I will do anything for you. You got me to this point. I love you. I don't judge you. We're going to talk about whatever. We're going to work through this. I'm at this point. I give you my heart. And it wasn't reciprocated. And that was really challenging because I had to fight against the
desire urge to
create
shut down,
to have more friends. Yeah. Because it makes you want. I had other friends telling me like, see, you shouldn't have been friends. And I told you, and I'm just like, no, not everybody's like this though. There's still hope. I tried.
Such
but I had to fight against that. I was like, not all women are like this. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like,
that's
I
true.
had to fight against it, but I could understand why some women find it difficult to be friends with other women.
Have you ever been that friend that like you didn't have the capacity to be friends with somebody?
I think
because
that's a good question.
There are people that have availed themselves to me, but I haven't necessarily been in the place to avail myself to them. Does that make sense?
You weren't in the place. Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Like, but can you trust them? Because that's the thing too. I will say this: there's been times where people like they've been very vulnerable with me and open and transparent, but I knew they could not handle me being transparent.
You couldn't. Oh, that's all the time. That's all the time.
Yeah. So I'm
as a preacher, people tell me a lot of things, and I could not dare tell them the same things. Just the way it is.
Yeah. So. Is that what you're referring to? Or?
Yeah, but you know what the thing? If we go back to the definition that we talked about, it's a mutual affection, and if we're not on the same page, we may not be friends. I might just be associates with you.
Or it might be like a mentor-mentee type relationship.
That part, and that's not the same as friendship either. Although it could be, but it's not the same.
That's deep.
That's
Let me
deep.
ponder on that some more.
Think
I
about
guess it
that
does.
thing, girl.
Yeah, I guess it does have to be mutual.
True friendship is, in my opinion.
But that doesn't mean that I don't have the capacity to love. So, look at it. Look at
No,
God
no, no,
revealing
no.
things. So He's
Yeah,
revealing
no.
some things because
You
there's
can have
been
the
some
capacity
people.
to love somebody.
Because there's been some people in my life who definitely could trust me, lean on me during hard times. Like I said, be vulnerable and transparent, even though I didn't feel comfortable to do that. But that doesn't mean I don't love them. I wouldn't show up for them during needed time. So yeah, so I guess friendship is different than actually loving someone. So those are two different things.
It's an agreement, Wendy.
So God ain't gonna be mad if I ain't friends with everybody.
He ain't gonna be mad at you. It's an agreement. It's an agreement, right?
Because
like this is y'all's. Hold on. This is a word that this is a word. This is a word that's gonna make you laugh. Fellowship. We all on the one accord. Mentorship, meaning there's an agreement between the mentee and the mentor.
Let me wear my pen.
So friendship really has to be about it. Friendship is really an agreement.
Because I'm sick of people saying, you didn't call me, you didn't check up on me, honey. My number.
It works two ways. It works two ways. I need you to know.
I need you to know
that the numbers on your keypad work like the numbers on my keypad.
The same way he's calling you to be a friend, he's calling me to be a friend. It works both ways.
You can text too.
It shouldn't be one-sided. It should never be one-sided.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't. And that's what makes it challenging when it feels like it's one-sided.
But if it doesn't and they're a true friend, you can be open and say, hey, baby, I love you.
Yeah,
however,
what's going on?
I feel a little slighted here.
Yeah, we've had those moments.
Yeah, we have.
And if it's real, you can have those moments.
We definitely can. And we did. And I'm sure we'll have more.
Yep. People say you don't get to choose your family, but you get to choose your friends. What are your qualifications for a friendship, Wendy? Do you have like a, because people be like, I want to do boo. He has to be 6'3". He's got to be 50. Do you have qualifications for friends? Or does it just happen organically?
I feel like I'm maxed out at this point.
No new friends?
No new friends. I'm good, love. I'm good,
love. Thanks.
I don't need that. Nah, but for real though, that's a good question. I never really thought of it, but I think, of course, time will tell all in your behavior. Action speaks louder than words, right? So you can say anything, but if you're acting as a friend, if you're loving as a friend, if you're not non-judgmental as a friend would be, then I feel like that qualifies you as a good friend. Now, I don't know if I have the time. I do. Who am I fooling? I do. I got room for more friends. More friends.
Time for more friends.
Yeah. Now, listen, the standards
are
a little bit higher.
Right.
The standards are a little bit higher, but I definitely.
But there are high maintenance and low maintenance friends too, Wendy.
I know. I have all types. Think of something. Think of an adjective, a descriptive word. I have that type of friend. Okay. I have a needy friend. I have introvert friends. I have extrovert friends. I have friends who I talk to once every 2 years. I have friends who I talk to every day.
Right.
I have friends who, I have all types of friends.
Yeah, but the older I get, the less tolerance I have for high maintenance friends.
But they're your friend.
Less tolerable. I can't. I'm tired. I'm old.
I'm thinking of that song. I'm old. I'm spent. Good night.
Spent, baby. I don't have it.
Really? I think I got one.
But I also don't have a lot of friends that just have like a lot of, I can't with people that have a crisis every single day. I don't have the energy for that. a problem every single day. Every week, they're breaking their legs. The pet died. The cat jumped out the window. Their boyfriend left them. Their girlfriend left them. Like, I don't have it.
But you might
gotta
have
find
it
some
for
happiness,
one
baby,
person.
because you said what?
It ain't me. I ain't it.
I'm not it. There's a lot of people that will be your friend out here, but I'm just not. I don't have it.
No, you can still be a friend, but you just won't be that friend where
I
it's like,
said to some friends that you know about, well, my friends that you're also that you know, like, I'm just, the older I get, I understand why the senior saints are the way they are. I don't be quiet. Go somewhere, sit down and be quiet. I don't have time for the foolishness.
They speak their mind, don't they?
They do, and I'm getting like that too. And I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You got a tough skin to be friends with me. Like, I really feel like that.
I'm about to say, because you always been like that. I used to be like,
don't say that. I'm going to say.
You used to be like that in high school.
Especially if you come from my friends, I'm gonna say we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, and vice versa. But I do remember that in high school too. I'm like,
Daquana, don't say.
I'm like, she didn't mean it like that, y'all.
I said what
I said. She didn't mean it like that. What she meant to say was.
No, I said exactly what I said. But be what I say. Try Jesus. Don't try me.
Don't try.
No, I've definitely never had a filter. Never. I was born without a filter. I used to get in trouble all the time as a kid because my mouth was just
off the chain.
Just fly. It has been. But thank God for grace and mercy and shaping and molding, and I still say what I want to say, but still thank him anyway.
Thank God for evolution.
Wendy, what are the joys of friendship? And we're gonna wrap this up because we're gonna have a part 2.
Okay, what are the joys of friendship? Man,
I want to end on a positive
note. Now, it's literally priceless.
It is.
Don't get me crying.
Tell me about it. You're allowed to cry on Queen Conversations. We cried before on Queen Conversations. You will not be the first, and you will not be the last.
I don't know who's watching. They're not my friends. They're gonna judge me. They're all gonna laugh at me.
They're all gonna laugh. All the queens that watch this podcast are supportive and loving.
Okay, I know.
Tell me about friendship.
It really is definitely priceless to know that you have somebody.
Hello, somebody.
You can be completely vulnerable, naked, with like literally. Daquana has seen me at my ugliest, my saddest, my everything stage, and I just it's that's why I get emotional because I just think of those moments, and it's like, wow, like you were there, and it just felt so natural. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I didn't feel like, oh, I got to cover up some stuff or I got to make sure she's good the next day. Like you knew exactly what to do in these defining moments, and stuff that I wasn't even like, we're connected in such a way where you were so prepared on some defining moments and I wasn't, because I didn't have the capacity to do it. And you just were there, boom, wow. Not only that, your family. Like you are literally my family. Like you literally are close to my family.
And likewise.
And my family is like my heart. So like that's like a whole sacred piece in itself. But yeah, it's just priceless to have somebody there. When I say there. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak too much on it because I get emotional every time I talk about you publicly.
Oh. Don't make me cry. I'm a gangster. I rarely cry, but
I've literally only seen her cry like 3 times in 25 years. Seriously. And I've cried about 25 times today.
but I tell you when I do and you don't see it though. At least I've come that far.
And that's been an extra 2 times, so that's 5 times in 25 years.
You so crazy. So crazy. Yeah. But I'm also, Wendy, truly blessed by your friendship. Like you said, we've been there for each other in so many challenges. Both of us have lost a parent. Both of us have gone through marriage, divorce. We're not ashamed to say that. We'll be talking about some of that soon too. But yeah, it's a blessing to have true friendship that lasts this long. Especially in the culture that we live in, friendship is not valued. We're not friends that just go to Miami, hang out, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we are a part of everyday life with each other. We challenge each other spiritually, with all of our goals and aspirations, and support each other. And it's just been a true blessing. And if you have a best friend, love your best friend.
Love on them
And you do have to
today.
be, yeah, you do have to be discerning about who you allow into your life, because it does have an impact on your emotional well-being, your psychological well-being. So friendship
And if
is
you don't have
everything.
one now, it's never too late to think
Never
of
too late to
somebody
develop
or somebody
friendships with
that's been
people.
showing up for you. And also outside of that, like Daquana, you have about 3 other close friends or best friends that you have that I'm cool with, and vice versa. So it takes it takes a village, okay?
It takes a village.
One of my
Honey, I'm a
cousins,
whole
listen,
lot.
one of my cousins said the other day, she literally said, we talk about having a village when we're kids and children, but what about when we're adults? Where does the village go?
We still need
We
it.
still need it.
Definitely.
Especially with us, because we both lived in different states and cities. So sometimes
Yeah, we
I
spent
can't
a
go.
lot of time living in different
I
states.
can't go out to eat with you. And we still maintained a friendship. So I think that's something.
Maintained it.
Something. Hey, that's something to toast to, okay?
Hey, I don't even have nothing to toast with, but that is definitely something to toast to.
I got you with my Queen Conversation cup.
Hey. They're not available for sale, but they will be, Wendy. Thank you for advertising.
No problem.
Wendy, I can't leave this without promoting the stuff that you do. So can you tell me quickly about your camp? Because I know that's going to be revamping here. I'm gonna do it. We friends. That's what we do.
Right, because I'm kind of in a transitional stage, but I'm coming out. That's the thing. I've been really thanking God, because I've been kind of in a hibernation cocoon mode the past 2 years.
Been in that shaping stage.
And shaping and healing. Okay. And but in the midst, I'm still cultivating relationships. So I used to live in Kansas City. I'm in Ohio right now, East Coast time, the real D town, Dayton, Ohio. Hey, what's up? And I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm still able to do my thing, which I did work with 2 camps. I directed 2 camps here. Everybody knows I love youth. That's just my thing. I love performing arts, so I like to fuse these things together. So I did do 2 camps at Enhance You, which is a Black-owned gym here in Ohio. I have my own camp, the Guy Camp, that I hosted in Kansas City, Missouri, and I will be doing it again in 2022. So look out for that. I'm also going to start doing it's not necessarily a podcast per se right now, but I'm also going to be speaking on some life lessons and things that I've been learning the past couple of years that I feel like will be helpful. And it's just a few little things here and there that I'm kind of like feeling confident now to get back out and do. And then, of course, everybody knows that I love dance. I taught dance full time. So I'm also working that back into the mix. But right now, I'm really just caring and taking care of me, myself, and because if I'm not healthy, it doesn't matter what I do. Like, I need to make sure I'm okay. And that's what I've been doing.
That's fantastic. And where can we follow you? What is your social media handle for the good people listening and watching?
I knew you were going to ask that, right? And I was just like, because I'm a little rough around the edges, right? So my Instagram,
baby, you don't need to explain who you are. It speaks for itself.
All right. So on Facebook, it's Wendy, the letter L, Harris, as of now. And my Instagram is Gone with the Wind, DAWEND, or Wendy L, as you see on my screen at the bottom here, Wendy L. You can find me on Instagram, but it's not as saved as my Facebook page.
Saved. Wendy, thank you for coming on Queen Conversation.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. We've been talking about this for a long time.
A long time. Listen, y'all, if you are friends with either one of us on Facebook, you have to go back and watch this review that we did of a show from Hulu. We are a mess together, but it is magical. Do you hear me? It's a magical mess. Okay? A
magical mess. I love
That's it. That's it. So,
Oh
Wendy,
gosh.
thank
I'm
you.
sorry
I
for
definitely
yelling.
want to have you back if you'll come back to join me for more Queen Conversations. You are a blessing to my life, honey. You just don't know. And I love you. You coming back? Don't leave,
Of
okay?
course. Look, a circle's round. It has no end. That's how long I'm gonna be your friend. And I'm sure we're gonna call each other right after this video. So
Yeah, don't go nowhere. Just
bye,
stay with
everyone.
me.
Thank you for having me. Please don't judge
You
me. I
are
love
so
you.
welcome. Y'all, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go, best friend. That's my best friend. You better. So grateful to talk about friendship. We've been wanting to talk about friendship for a while. I mean, there's so many aspects of friendship that we could jump into, but time just won't let us. So whatever you do, share this, as I say all the time. If you're living for yourself, you are not living at all. So what that means is you need to share this with somebody.
Come on, ladies, let's join in. Talk about life, faith, and beauty, and so much more.